I own 10th Planet West LA, 10thplanetwestla.com. Fill in your information. I sound like BJ Penn now. BJpenn.com, BJpenn.com. No, but yeah, that's my gym. We're kind of more on the cusp of Beverly Hills, but I didn't want to be like 10th Planet 90210, because that shit is corny. I try to teach every class there. It's my gym, it's my students, and I'm not gonna like go let my blue belts run class while I'm not there. I want everyone to be good, and I'm really passionate about teaching. If I'm teaching a group, I don't just go, okay, here's the move and walk away. So I'm very like attentive with my students. I watch over everything, even if there's like, 25, 30 kids in class, I'm gonna go to every single group, make sure they're doing it right. And if I'm not there and someone else is teaching, I don't think they're gonna do the same thing. So I just wanna, give everyone the best that I can give them. Okay, personally with me and my gym and the people I deal with now, it's probably just that the love is just as tough, but I know that because I have other people coming from other gyms that are a little more franchised, there's a curriculum. It's like you'll get your blue belt in like 2-3 months, and they come in and like, my white belt girls are fucking up grown men that are blue belts. I started in New York City, like 15 years ago. I think it's now Alliance, because Marcelo is Marcel. So I think it's Alliance right now. It started out with Machados, but none of those guys are over there. They were, I think, in LA. Johnny and Hegan and Jean-Jacques, they're all here, but they had an affiliate with Fabio Clemente, who was one of their black belts, and then that kind of split, and then it was just Fabio Clemente, and then Jacare and those guys got down from Georgia, and it became Alliance at some point. So I was there like 2-3 years, and I moved out here, trained with Rickson Gracie's, or I want to say at Rickson Gracie's gym. Rickson wasn't there that much, but when he was there, it was great. But he had a couple of badasses, some badass black belts that were teaching there. I stayed there for a couple of years, and then they weren't shut down yet, but I just wanted to do Thai boxing and stuff, and I had some issues over there, so I started doing Thai boxing at, which was the bomb squad at the time. Then they wanted a jiu-jitsu instructor, so they were asking me. I was like, I don't know. And they were like, what about Eddie Bravo? So we went with Eddie. Eddie came in with his no-gi style, and I was like, cool, I'm better at no-gi, Like, with no-gi, I was able to beat my instructors. Not on the constant, but I had tapped my black belt instructors as a blue belt, which was crazy. Because in the gi, whoa, I wasn't doing shit. I was just like tied up in knots, I'm like, oh, get off me, please do this, But without the gi, I could use my attributes, which is my strength and some of my speed. I'm not super fast, but I'm super strong. And I could use that in a different way because they didn't have the levers, They weren't wrestling, so they weren't overhooking. They weren't underhooking that much. They weren't double underhooking. And I didn't know wrestling either, but I was able to smash. I was training with Ray Longo before anyone knew Ray Longo, unless they were in the kickboxing scene. I was training with him, this guy Mike Ryan, when I was like 17. So I was already doing stand-up and striking and whatever prior to do it, but I never really sparred that much. It was more like, hey, let them get the workout type stuff. Where jiu-jitsu, you learn the moves, then you roll. So you're sparring, you're going, and you get to see how it works. Yeah, I was his coach before The Ultimate Fighter. When it came time to do that, which popped up, he was like, you wanna coach me you wanna be a coach on the show? And I was like, yeah, of course. Yeah, we had a good time doing that. I'm still his coach. Like, he just called me. He texted me today randomly and was just like, you still doing wrestling on Sunday? I'm like, yeah, you want to coach it? And he's like, I want to come in. I was like, all right, come in. So he's going to start training wrestling again on Sundays. I love it. I love BJ Penn. He was someone and I don't look up to people really. He was someone that I looked up to before he was doing MMA. A lot of people were saying it, and I was like, yeah, I'm not gonna go against Silva. I don't think that's a smart move. But had I known some of the things I know now about Silva's antics, prior what he was doing, how he wasn't training, how he wasn't listening to his coaches, like a lot of stuff was going on. I just know from people, I know people that train at Black House. I trained at Black House for a while, and I just know that he wasn't, bringing his A game, But either guy that won, I was cool with. I was surprised. I was, there was a part of me was like, fuck yeah, cool, but, I mean, I've hung out with Anderson. I never hung out with Weidman, so I can't really, I know Ed Soares for years, you know? So he's always been like super good to me. Like whatever I want, Ed, I could pick up the phone, I could call him, he's gonna pick up the phone. You know, he's my boy. So I'm not gonna, just on that alone, I'm not going against Anderson. Dude, yeah. Yeah, come on, man. That guy's upset. He's, first round, probably a KO, you know? I don't watch boxing. I mean, I don't hate it. I like a lot of it, and I, you know, obviously have to know some of it from when I was striking a little bit, even though no one's ever really seen me strike. But, all right, if you knew that every fight was gonna go, MMA was gonna go 12 rounds, okay? Shorter rounds, 12 rounds. But there's a good chance it's gonna go to decision. You'll probably TiVo it and fast forward it. So when I see a boxing, you know, most boxing fights are coming out, now it's like a point game. That shit ain't interesting. If you wanna go back to Mike Tyson style, I'm gonna watch that. I'm gonna pay for that. I'll watch it because there's gonna be a knockout. I don't wanna see pitter-patter points and, you know, showboating. I don't wanna see it. It's just not interesting to me. It's not fun. You can go to my website, 10thplanetwestla.com, and just log in, give your information there, and I'll personally, or one of my students will get in touch with you, and you can come in and roll. I'll give you a month free. There's nothing to it, just a month free, try it out. And then you got me on Twitter. I don't like when people favorite tweets. It's like you're saying I like it, but I don't like it enough to let other people know what you said. If I say something you like, something you think is funny, or something you think is strange or whatever, don't like it. Now everyone's gonna like it. People will favorite it, right? Favorite it.